The smoke filled her lungs before she could scream. She was trapped in a room with no windows. Flames crawling up the wooden walls like living things, and her daughter was crying somewhere in the darkness. She reached out but couldn't find her. And in this life, 30 years later, she still wakes up coughing, still smells smoke that isn't there, still hears a child crying in her dreams. Feel the heat on your face, not the comfortable warmth of a fireplace. The searing, dangerous heat that makes your skin tight and your eyes water. The air is thick, heavy, hard to breathe, and there's a sound, not the peaceful crackling of logs burning, the roar of fire consuming everything, wood splitting, glass shattering, timbers collapsing, and underneath it all, voices, people shouting, running, screaming, panic in the streets. You try to move but your body won't cooperate. Something is wrong. Something is keeping you here, in this room, in this fire, in this moment that will define you for lifetimes to come, because some deaths leave marks. Some traumas burn so deep they survive beyond the body, beyond time, beyond forgetting. Her name is Alina. She's 37, lives in Boston, works as a therapist, helps other people process their trauma, their fears, their pain, but she can't process her own, because Alina has a phobia, an extreme, irrational, life-controlling fear of fire. Not just fear, terror, the kind that makes her freeze, makes her panic, makes her completely unable to function. She can't light candles, can't use a gas stove, can't sit near a fireplace, can't even watch movies with fire scenes without having a panic attack. Her apartment is entirely electric. No open flames, no lighters, no matches. Nothing that could possibly start a fire. Her friends think it's extreme. Her family thinks she's overreacting. But Alina knows. This fear is deeper than logic, deeper than reason. It's primal, ancient, like her body remembers something her mind doesn't. And then there are the nightmares. She's had them since childhood. Always the same. She's in a burning building, trapped, can't get out. And there's a child, a little girl, crying, calling for her, but Alina can't reach her, can't save her, can't do anything but watch the flames get closer. She wakes up coughing, choking like she actually breathed smoke. Her throat burns, her lungs ache, sometimes for hours after waking, like her body is still there, still in the fire, still dying. For years, she tried therapy, regular therapy, cognitive behavioral therapy, exposure therapy, medication. Nothing worked. The fear remained, the nightmares continued. The phantom smoke in her lungs persisted. Then, 6 months ago, something happened that made everything worse, or better, depending on how you look at it. Alina was walking past an old building in downtown Boston, historic, from the 1700s. And without warning, without reason, she collapsed, just fell to her knees on the sidewalk, heart racing, can't breathe, tears streaming, full panic attack. A stranger helped her up, asked if she was okay. Alina couldn't speak, could only stare at the building, because she knew it, recognized it, not from this life, from somewhere else, somewhere deeper. When she finally got home, she researched the building, looked up its history, and found it, a fire. In 1762, the building burned. 23 people died, including a woman and her young daughter, trapped on the upper floor, unable to escape. Alina read the account and felt sick, because she knew this story. Not from reading, from experiencing, from being there, from dying there. That's when she knew. The phobia wasn't irrational. The nightmares weren't random. The phantom smoke wasn't psychological. It was memory, real memory, from a life she lived before this one, a life that ended in flames. She tried to ignore it, tried to tell herself it was coincidence, that she was reading too much into things, but the knowing wouldn't go away. The certainty wouldn't fade. The memories, once triggered, kept surfacing. So she found a regression therapist, someone who specialized in past life trauma, someone who could take her back, not just to remember, but to heal, to process, to finally release the fear that had controlled her entire life. And now she's here, lying in a chair, eyes closed, breathing deep, about to face the fire that killed her, about to remember the death that still haunts her, about to discover why some traumas echo across lifetimes. The shift happens fast, too fast. One moment, Alina is in the office. The next moment, she's coughing, choking, smoke everywhere, heat pressing on her from all sides. She's on the floor, A wooden floor, rough, splintered. She can feel it under her hands as she crawls, trying to find air, trying to find the door, trying to find her daughter, Anna. She's screaming, or trying to scream. Her voice is hoarse, raw. Anna, where are you? A small voice answers, crying, terrified, Mama. Mama, I'm scared. Alina crawls toward the voice. The smoke is so thick she can't see, can only feel, can only follow sound. Her lungs are burning, every breath is agony. But she has to find her daughter, has to get her out, has to save her. Her hand touches fabric, a small body, Anna, 6 years old, huddled in a corner, shaking, crying. Alina pulls her close. I've got you, baby, I've got you. We're going to be okay. But they're not going to be okay. Alina knows this, can feel it. The fire is too big, too fast, too hot. The door is blocked. The door is blocked. The window is too high. They're trapped. She looks around the room through the smoke, trying to see, trying to think, trying to find a way out. But there isn't one. This is a small room, upper floor, one door, one window, and both are inaccessible. The door is engulfed in flames. The hallway beyond is an inferno. Even if she could reach the door, opening it would just let more fire in, would kill them faster. The window is their only chance. But it's 8 feet up, set high in the wall, and there's nothing to climb on. No furniture, no ladder, just 2 bodies and a floor that's starting to burn. Alina, or the woman she is in this life, her name is Margaret. She's 29 years old, a seamstress, a widow. Her husband died 2 years ago, left her with Anna and a small shop on the ground floor of this building where they also live, or lived, until tonight, until someone's carelessness started a fire in the tavern next door, until the flames spread, until everything she had burned. Margaret holds Anna tight, tries to shield her from the smoke, tries to stay calm even though she's terrified, because children sense fear. Anna is already scared enough. Margaret can't make it worse. Close your eyes, baby, Margaret says. Put your face against my chest. Don't breathe the smoke. Just breathe slowly, in and out. Nice and slow. Anna obeys, buries her face in her mother's dress. Margaret can feel her small body trembling, can feel her trying so hard to be brave, to trust that her mother will fix this, will save them, like mothers always do. But Margaret doesn't know how to fix this, doesn't know how to save them. She's just a woman, just a person, not a hero, not someone with special powers, just someone who's about to die with her daughter in her arms. The smoke is getting thicker, the heat more intense. Margaret's vision is blurring, her head is light, her thoughts are fuzzy. Smoke inhalation. She knows what this means. They don't have much time. She starts praying, not to any specific God, just to whoever might be listening. Please, please save my daughter. Please get her out. Please don't let her die here. Take me if you have to. But save her. She's only 6. She deserves a chance to live, to grow up, to have her own children someday. But no one answers. No miracle comes. No rescue appears. It's just Margaret and Anna, and the fire that's consuming everything. Margaret thinks about her life, about the past 29 years. It wasn't a perfect life, wasn't an easy life, but it was hers. She loved her husband, loves her daughter, worked hard, did her best, and now it's ending here, like this, in smoke and flames and pain. She thinks about what comes after, if there's anything after. She grew up hearing about heaven and hell, about judgment and salvation. But right now, she doesn't care about any of that. She just hopes there's something, some place where she see Anna again, where they'll be together, where this won't be the end. Anna coughs, a terrible, racking cough that shakes her whole body. Margaret tries to give her cleaner air, tries to shield her, but there is no clean air, just smoke, just poison, just death creeping closer. Mama, it hurts, Anna whimpers. My throat hurts. I can't breathe right. I know, baby, I know. Just hold on. Just stay with me. Keep your eyes closed. Think about happy things. Remember the park. Remember feeding the ducks. Think about that. Think about the ducks. Anna tries. Margaret can feel her trying to think about ducks instead of fire, about parks instead of smoke, about anything except the terrible reality of this moment. The floor beneath them is hot now. Margaret can feel it through her dress. The fire is spreading, coming up from below. Soon it will break through. Soon there will be nowhere safe, not even this corner where they're huddled. Margaret makes a decision. If they're going to die, and they are, she wants Anna to go first, quickly, peacefully, without suffering, without burning, without feeling the flames consume her. She holds Anna tighter, whispers in her ear, "I love you so much, Anna. You're the best thing that ever happened to me. You made my life beautiful. You made everything worth it. And I'm so sorry. So sorry I can't save you. So sorry this is happening. But I need you to know, this isn't your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. This is just something that happened. Something terrible. But it doesn't mean you're not loved. It doesn't mean you don't matter. You matter so much. To me. To the universe. To God. You matter." Anna is crying. "I don't want to die, Mama. I don't want to. I know, baby. I don't want you to either. But if we do, we'll be together. I promise. I won't leave you. Wherever we go, whatever happens next, I'll find you. I'll always find you." Margaret is crying now too, tears streaming down her smoke-stained face. She presses her lips to Anna's head, kisses her hair, breathes in the scent of her daughter one last time. Under the smoke, under the fear, under everything, she's still there. Still Anna, still her baby. The smoke is so thick now Margaret can barely see her own hands. Her consciousness is fading, slipping. The edges of her vision are going dark, not from the smoke, from lack of oxygen. Her brain is shutting down, her body giving up. Anna has stopped coughing, gone limp in Margaret's arms. Margaret feels panic spike. "Anna, Anna, stay with me. Don't go, don't leave me." But Anna doesn't respond, doesn't move. She's unconscious. Or dead. Margaret can't tell, can't check, can barely hold her own head up. Margaret's last conscious thought is a wish, a hope, a prayer. "Let me find her again, in another life, another time. Let me be her mother again. Let me get it right. Let me save her next time. Let me not fail." And then darkness. Not the darkness of sleep, the darkness of death, of consciousness leaving the body, of the soul preparing to depart. But Margaret doesn't leave. Not right away. She's still here, still in the room, but separate from her body now, floating above it, watching. She sees herself and Anna on the floor, both unmoving, both gray with smoke, both dead or dying, and she feels such profound sadness, such grief, such regret, but she also feels something else. Peace, relief. The pain is gone, the fear is gone. She's not trapped anymore, not suffocating, not burning. She's free. She looks around the room, sees the fire clearly now. From this perspective, it's almost beautiful, bright, alive, dancing, not evil, not malicious. Just fire doing what fire does, consuming, transforming, changing matter from one form to another. And she understands, this isn't personal. The fire didn't choose her, didn't target her, didn't hate her. It was just fire, in the wrong place, at the wrong time. And she and Anna were in its path. She hears voices, not human voices, other voices, calling her, drawing her, pulling her up, away from the burning room, away from the dead bodies, away from the physical world. She looks one more time at Anna, at her daughter's small body, at the child she couldn't save, and she makes a promise, a soul promise. "I'll find you, I'll be born again, you'll be born again, and next time, I'll save you. Next time, I'll get you out. Next time, I won't fail." Margaret rises, not physically. Her body is dead on the floor, but her consciousness, her soul, her essence, it rises, up through the burning building, up through the smoke, up into the night sky, and she sees the whole city below her, the fire spreading, burning multiple buildings now, people running, fighting the flames with buckets of water, trying to save what they can, trying to stop the destruction. But from up here, it doesn't look like destruction. It looks like transformation, like the city shedding old skin, making way for new growth, like death that leads to rebirth. She keeps rising, up into space between worlds, between lives, and she's met by beings of light, by guides, by others who've crossed over. They don't speak with words, but she understands them, understands that death isn't the end, that consciousness continues, that she returned, that this is just one chapter in a much longer story. "Why did this happen?" Margaret asks. "Why did Anna have to die? She was innocent, she was just a child." The guides show her, they take her higher, give her a broader view, and she sees the pattern, the bigger picture, the soul plan. Anna isn't just Anna, she's a soul, an eternal being, And she chose this short life, chose this death, for reasons Margaret can't fully understand yet, but it's not punishment, it's not tragedy, it's experience, it's learning, it's part of a much larger journey. And Margaret chose it too, chose to be Anna's mother, chose to die trying to save her, chose to carry the pain of that failure, because that pain would shape her, would teach her, would make her who she needs to become across many lifetimes. You'll be born again, the guides tell her, and so will Anna. You'll find each other, play different roles, learn different lessons, and the fire, the death, the failure, it will echo, it will affect you, it will become a pattern to work through. But eventually, you'll heal, eventually, you'll release, eventually, you'll understand that you didn't fail, that death isn't failure, that love survives everything. Margaret sees her future incarnations, brief glimpses, a life in the 1800s as a nurse, working with burn victims, trying to save others since she couldn't save Anna, a life in the 1900s as a firefighter's wife, living with constant anxiety about flames, and then Alina, born in 1987, living with a phobia she doesn't understand, with nightmares that won't stop, with phantom smoke in her lungs, all of it connected, all of it the same trauma, the same memory, the same pattern, repeating until it's resolved, until it's healed, until the lesson is learned. What lesson? Margaret asks. What am I supposed to learn from watching my daughter burn? The guides are gentle, compassionate, that you can't control everything, that some things happen beyond your power to prevent them, that loving someone doesn't mean you can save them, that doing your best is enough, even when it's not enough to change the outcome, that failure doesn't mean you're unworthy, that death doesn't end love. Margaret feels this truth settling into her soul, deep, permanent, carved into her eternal essence, and she sees Anna, her daughter, not dead, not gone, just in a different form, a different state, waiting to be born again, waiting to reconnect with Margaret, waiting to continue their journey together. She doesn't blame you. The guides say she never did. She understands. She chose this too, and she loves you, still loves you, will always love you. Death doesn't change that. Nothing changes that. Margaret cries, not with physical tears, but with soul tears, the deep release that comes from being seen, being understood, being forgiven, being loved despite everything. And she realizes she's been carrying guilt for over 200 years, across multiple lifetimes, believing she failed, believing she wasn't enough, believing she should have saved Anna, but Anna never needed saving. Anna was always okay, always safe, always loved, always exactly where she needed to be. The real failure wasn't dying in the fire. The real failure was believing that death meant she failed. Alina opens her eyes, back in the office, present day, but she's sobbing, deep, wrenching sobs that shake her entire body, because she remembers everything. Margaret, Anna, the fire, the death, the guilt, all of it. I couldn't save her. Alina cries. I tried, but I couldn't. And I've been carrying that for so long, across so many lives, believing I failed, believing I should have done more, believing I wasn't enough. The therapist sits quietly, holding space, letting Alina release, letting the grief pour out, because this isn't just about one life. This is accumulated pain from multiple lifetimes, all surfacing, all releasing, all healing. As Alina talks, things start making sense. Her phobia, it wasn't irrational, it was memory. Her body remembering dying in flames. Her nervous system remembering the terror, the helplessness, the pain, the nightmares, not random, actual memories. Her soul trying to process the trauma, trying to release it, trying to heal. The phantom smoke, real smoke, from a real fire, from a real death. Her body still carrying the sensations, the experience, the trauma, and her career. Becoming a therapist, helping others heal from trauma, not coincidence. Her soul's way of working through the pattern, learning to help others since she couldn't help Anna, learning that sometimes the best we can do is sit with someone in their pain, hold space for them, love them, even if we can't save them. Over the following weeks, Alina processes the regression, lives with the memory, integrates it into her current awareness, and things start to shift, change, heal. The phobia begins to ease. She can light a candle without panicking, can watch a movie with fire scenes without freezing, can walk past fireplaces without her heart racing. The fear is still there, but it's manageable now. Understandable, not controlling. The nightmares stop. Or rather, they transform. She still dreams of Margaret and Anna, but not dying, living, playing, laughing, the good moments, the love, not just the trauma. The phantom smoke fades, her lungs feel clear, her throat stops burning, her body finally releases the death it's been holding on to for centuries. And Elena feels lighter, freer, like she's been carrying a heavy backpack for years and finally set it down. She can breathe, really breathe. For the first time in this life, maybe in many lives, she can just breathe. She goes back to the building, the one that triggered the memory, the one that burned in 1762, and she stands there, looking up at it, feeling no fear, no panic, just recognition, just remembrance, just quiet acknowledgement. She closes her eyes, speaks silently, to Margaret, to Anna, to the souls they were. I remember now, I understand, and I forgive myself. I did my best. I loved her. I tried to save her. And that was enough. That was always enough. Death doesn't mean I failed. It just means we both moved on to our next chapters. She feels a response, not in words, just a feeling, warmth, love, acceptance. Anna, wherever she is now, whatever form she's taken, she's okay. She's always been okay. And she doesn't blame Elena, doesn't blame Margaret, never did. Elena starts researching, looking into the possibility that Anna reincarnated, that they're connected in this life too. And she finds clues, synchronicities. A niece born the year after Elena's first nightmare, a student in one of her workshops who she felt instantly connected to, a best friend's daughter who calls her Aunt Elena and clings to her like she's known her forever. Maybe, maybe not. Elena doesn't need to know for certain, doesn't need proof, just knowing that souls reconnect, that love doesn't end, that Anna is out there somewhere. That's enough. Her work as a therapist deepens, changes. She starts specializing in trauma, in phobias, in helping people access memories that might be from past lives. Not pushing the idea, just offering it as a possibility, a framework, a way of understanding pain that doesn't fit the current life story. And she sees it work, sees clients heal when they remember, when they access the source trauma, when they realize their fear isn't about now, it's about then. And once they know that, once they separate past from present, the fear loses its power. One client has a phobia of drowning. Through regression, remembers dying in a shipwreck. Once she processes that death, the phobia eases. She can swim again, can take baths without panicking, can live without constant fear of water. Another client has chronic pain in her back. No physical cause. But through regression, she remembers being stabbed in that exact spot in a past life. Once she acknowledges the memory, releases the trauma, the pain disappears. Just gone. After years of suffering, Elena realizes she's doing important work, not just helping people, but validating them, showing them they're not crazy, their pain is real, their fear is real. It's just from a different time, a different life, and it can be healed. She writes about her experiences, publishes articles, eventually a book, about past life trauma, about how death echoes, about how some fears are memories, about how healing is possible even for pain that spans lifetime. The book finds its audience. People who've always felt different, always had unexplained phobias, always carried pain they couldn't source. They read Elena's work and feel seen, feel understood, feel hope. One night, Elena is alone in her apartment. She lights a candle, the first candle she's lit in years, and she watches the flame, not with fear, with appreciation, with understanding. Fire isn't the enemy. Fire is just fire. It can warm, it can light, it can cook food and provide comfort, but it can also burn, can destroy, can kill, not because it's evil, just because it's powerful, and power requires respect. She thinks about Margaret, about Anna, about the night they died, and she feels sad, but not destroyed, not crushed, just sad, the way anyone would be sad about a tragedy, about a loss, about something painful that happened. But she also feels grateful, because that death, as horrible as it was, taught her, shaped her, made her who she is, made her compassionate, made her a healer, made her someone who understands suffering, who can sit with pain, who knows that love survives everything. She whispers to the flame, to Margaret, to Anna, to all the versions of herself across time, thank you. Thank you for being brave. Thank you for trying. Thank you for loving so deeply. Thank you for teaching me. I carry you with me. I honor you. I release you. You can rest now. We can all rest now. The lesson is learned. The pattern is healed. We're free. The candle flickers, like it heard her, like it's responding. And Alina smiles, because she knows she's not alone. She's never been alone. She's part of something eternal, something that transcends death, transcends time, transcends fear. She is Margaret and Alina, and everyone she's ever been. And she is loved, always loved, forever loved, by forces beyond understanding, by souls she's traveled with across lifetimes, by the universe itself that holds her through every death and every birth and every moment in between. And that's enough. That's everything. That's all anyone needs. If fire has haunted you in ways you can't explain, if smoke fills your dreams and fear grips your throat without reason, if you've died before and your body hasn't forgotten, maybe it's time to remember, to go back, to face what burned you so long ago, and discover that you survived, that you're here, that love carried you through flames, and will carry you through anything. Watch the next video to continue this journey through memory and healing.